Alrighty y'all, Aaron here, your jack of all trades for 30 minutes a day. Week 1 is in the bag. We're done. What all did we get done? Well, we got the entire center section of our closet storage system completed. We applied wood putty, we sanded it some. So in week 2, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building the section that's going to go to the right of it. And it's going to have 2 sections to that are going to have poles for hanging clothing, and there'll be a top shelf and a center shelf as well on that. And then we're going to try to get to as well the section that's going to go to the left, which is going to be a single pole with a larger shelf to it. We're also going to have to demo the old closet. We're going to have to take the old stuff out, which is just a simple storage pole and a single shelf. And if last week had a theme, it would be measure twice and cut once. If this week has a theme, it is camera problems, because I'm actually recording this towards the end of the week. The issue is that I lost some video footage, including my intro. So I apologize for that, and let's see what we've gotten done this week.
If we don't try.
This week we got the right section completed. We went ahead and broke down and bought pre-sand plywood, because at the beginning part of the week we dedicated a lot of time to putting wood putty in all of the gaps, as well as the blemishes of our plywood. So we decided to break down, spending an extra couple of bucks and get pre-sand done. So it should hopefully save us a little bit of time in the finishing of our other pieces. So we completely built the side section aside from getting the piece of hardboard in. Now the one thing that I discovered is that the kerf on my table saw blade is not quite 1/8 of an inch. It's actually a little under 1/8 of an inch. So what we're going to do with future pieces that we build is we're going to cut that line down the back for our hardboard. We're going to come back and we're going to move our fence over just slightly and cut it again, so we can get a little bit larger, a little bit wider gap in the back there for our hardboard, hopefully not having to hammer it in the way that we did. So what happened with this one is we hammered it in, and once we got towards the end, it really started to fray that piece of hardboard as it was going in. So we don't want to do that with the future one. What we may do is actually leave it a little bit longer, leave it about 1 inch to 2 inches longer. So if it does start to fray, we can just have that piece trimmed off. We're gonna trim this piece off. We're gonna trim it just at the bottom of our center shelf, and it'll come out looking just fine anyways. we went ahead, we got our lights ordered, so our lights are in. We'll be adding those in this next week. We're going to demolish the old shelf. So we're gonna pull the old shelf out, and then what we're gonna do is because we want a very tight fit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our pieces up there after we've demolished, put them in, clamp them side by side where they're gonna be at, and then we're gonna measure that gap, that remaining gap. We're gonna fill that in with our very last piece. And we're gonna build our last piece, and then we're going to get everything sanded down, ready to go. We're gonna paint it. It's gonna be a flat white. It'll just match the walls that are there already. And then we're going to install all of our lighting. And again, we're gonna do this all in 30 minutes a day, y'all. So stick with us.